Well, good day. It's a pleasure for me to sit down again and meet with everybody that's following me so that I can continue on reading my novel that November weekend. And I'll be reading chapter 2 today. Um, and I want to thank the 13 people who followed my channel yesterday and viewed me reading chapter 1. I've had some nice comments so far, and I appreciate that. So, chapter 2. Kelly Gerard is a 20. Oops, that's chapter 1, sorry. Chapter 2. Saturday morning came along like a welcome first spring breeze for Kelly. She didn't have to work, the day was hers. She had recently moved into a very small bachelorette apartment in the basement of a house owned by a single mother who is a loan officer. She had one daughter, and it was really a very quiet setting there. The apartment was simple, consisted of one big room with a bathroom. She slept on a pull-out couch, picked it up every morning, and transformed her bedroom into the living room. A small kitchenette with a counter and stools where she cooked and dined. There were more shelves and books than there were furniture, and a small wooden desk for her computer and a coat rack. Kelly lived on very modest means since she was only able to work part-time at a bakery and had her student loan. She never even purchased new books, but inquired online for used books and items she needed to complete her course. Kelly woke up to her landlord's cat pawing at the hair that lay across her chin. This was the usual manner in which she was awakened. She accepted it as her wake-up call every morning and thought it was quite a cute way to begin her morning routine. The next thing on the morning schedule was to share her cereal with Muffin, but since there wasn't any milk, Muffin got a pat of butter on the end of Kelly's finger. Not that every day was a regimen of steps. It was just that Kelly was getting used to a new routine since she recently moved to Kingston to finish her nursing course. But next on the agenda was to eat breakfast. Bob and Jean liked to take care of Kelly by providing her with baked goods, and she didn't mind taking the help. She chose a delicious multigrain bagel, patted it with butter, and placed it in the toaster oven for a bit. She poured a glass of apple juice and gave thanks for all the many blessings she received in her day-to-day happenings. Kelly's apartment, though very humble, was very well kept. She even folded her tea towels neatly on the towel rack. She always cleaned up after a meal and never left so much as a crumb on the counter, and unplugged appliances and neatly wrapped the cords. The care that she took of all she had was because of the appreciation she had for all she owned. Kelly was about 5 feet 10, slender, with jet black long hair. Her dark eyelashes and brows framed her face, and her smile was the final touch to her perfect porcelain skin. Kelly didn't wear makeup. She didn't need to. Her cheeks were naturally rosy, and her eyelids were blue tinged. She was fit and healthy, ran every morning before school. She did not run or exercise on Sunday. Sunday was her Sabbath day, and she kept the Sabbath day holy. This, however, was Saturday and was the first free day she had in over 2 months. It was a perfect day for a jog, and she put back her hair and put on her jogging suit, patted the cat as she scurried up the stairs and out the door. The weatherman was at least correct one day that week, sunny with scattered clouds and 55 degrees. What a perfect day for a jog. Kelly would jog about 5 miles, and it took about 5 minutes to get to the waterfront trail, used mostly by joggers, and it ran right around the whole riverbank. By the time Kelly got to the trail, Mark ran up behind her and passed her, heading home from his jog. He didn't recognize her, but when he ran past her, she glanced sideways and greeted him. Kelly is a very friendly person, personable, and a lady that people took an immediate liking to. Oh, good morning. Nice trail, this riverfront. I wish there had been one like it where I come from. Oh, you are new to Kingston, too? I didn't know. Yes, I moved here 7 months ago from Edmonton. I grew up in a small prairie town where fields were your backyards and farming was the main way of making a living. Anyway, are you meeting anyone or running alone? No, I'm not meeting anyone. I'll run with you. So, what are you building in the store next to Childress's? I'm putting a hardware store there. I have plenty of space and plans are taking shape for the interior. So, will you be looking for a job anytime in retail at all? I'm busy right now with nursing and part-time shifts at the bakery. They are my grandparents, but I have only known them for 8 months. They are the greatest people, and we have really made up for lost time. They care so very much for me, and I guess Bob can be a bit protective now of me. Again, I am so sorry for his overreacting about our stumbling into each other the other day. Oh no, that was my fault, but I'm glad all is well and in the past now. I can see that your grandparents take good care of you. After all, it's their job, isn't it? And that's a nice way to look at it. If you don't mind, how is it that you've only known them a short while? My mom, who was their daughter, went wayward and left home after being pregnant with me. Oh, Mark interrupted at hearing of her misfortune and pleaded that she didn't have to spill it. You don't even know me. I'm so sorry. It's no problem. I'm just happy I know them now. So your name is Kelly Childress? No, it's Gerard. I was adopted when I was 13 months old from foster care. I've always known that the Gerards were my adoptive parents. I have 5 other sisters, all adopted as well. Are you busy working today, or do you want to go and sit down somewhere? No, not working today. Let's go over to Starbucks. I think they have a variety of herbal tea there, Mark invited. Neither of them drank specialty coffees, besides, they were filled with calories. Mark and Kelly left the trail and entered back into town to look for a more intimate place to chat rather than a jogging trail. She was kind of secretly attracted to him from the moment he bumped into her in front of the bakery. He is 6 feet 3, slender, with brown hair and eyes, clean shaven, and darn good looking. As well as being well dressed, Kelly accepted his invitation to tea, even though she had planned on having a long jog to start her day off right. So here we are. Do you want to sit in or sit outside? Oh, let me check my running meter, then I'll sit inside with you and we can chat. This shows that we jogged about 2 kilometers since we met. Where did you start off from, the store? Yeah, so I only have a couple blocks on you. We can finish in a while. Sure we can, Mark. It's nice to just spend time chatting freely. I haven't had a free day to myself in weeks, Kelly complained. I know how you feel, Mark concurred. So do you open hardware stores often, or? No, this is my first. I help to run a farm equipment business with my father and uncle in Edmonton. So why did you move to Kingston, Ontario, away from your own business? I would imagine the farming equipment business would be very lucrative. Yes, well, you see, there was an accident. My father and uncle were crushed by fallen machinery. Mark's eyes welled up and he got choked up as he tried to tell Kelly about the accident. Kelly was so sweet and showed much sympathy for her new friend. She reached for his hand. I'm so terribly sorry, Mark. Please forgive me for prying. You're not. I guess we both have a couple of stories to tell, don't we? Yes, my friend. So let's enjoy our tea and try to keep each other's spirits up. Anyway, it's still all fresh in my memory. I didn't see it happen, but I did find them. My dad died instantly. He paused to catch his composure. My uncle, he died a few hours later. After the funeral, my mother went into a rest home and is still not well. Oh, my dear Mark, how do you keep going? I don't know, but my faith sustains me, and I need to be strong for my mother. Your mother, is she here with you or still back in Edmonton? She is here. We couldn't stay there and continue to run the business after all that had happened. Mother has aged and she is sick all the time due to the depression. You know, her immune system isn't even what it should be. I see her every day and try to take her out, to see different surroundings other than her room in the home. She's able to stay at my home on weekends now, but still has nightmares and isn't coming around and able to enter into society as well as I would wish. Oh, the poor dear, is she faithful? Yes, but she is frail. My parents loved one another more than I have ever seen another couple love. They worked, sang, played, did everything together, and she doesn't want to live without Dad. Am I ever rambling on? I'm so sorry. Before Mark could finish apologizing, Kelly was offering her attention if he ever needed to talk or needed help with his mother in any way. Kelly also had great faith in God and relied on Him for her every need. She counted on the blessings of the living waters promised to her Heavenly Father's children. Has your mother gone to church yet? Yes, she just started about a month ago, but only for the first hour. I then take her back to my house so that she can rest and we have dinner together, read some scriptures before I take her back to the home. She is coming along. She even likes to wear clothes other than black. That alone gives me hope. I almost gave up on ever seeing her smile again. Mark, you are a wonderful son. I commend you for being the strength to your mother in her time of need. Good for you. It's very rare for a guy. I can see a daughter taking care of a parent. I admire you very much, and I'm glad I'm getting to know you. Mark, my offer stands. If there is anything that I can do for you, I would only be too happy to help. Okay, Kelly, do you want to jog more, or do you think you would like to come over to my house to meet my mother? She is there waiting for me. I hope I haven't been keeping you and that your mom is okay. Come over and meet her. It will be good for her to have another lady to chat with. If I know her, she is sorting through her fabric and trying to decide what to make a blouse from and what to make a skirt from. Here, let me pay for the tea, Kelly, and we'll go. Mark, thank you. I'm a little nervous, but I think it will be nice to talk to her. You're very personable. She'll be fine making your acquaintance. Mark and Kelly made the jog back to his house. They didn't jog back into the trail. It was easier to jog back north through town, though a bit more busy with traffic. They made an easy jaunt down a hill, then around a corner from Main Street. They arrived at Mark's house, third brick and sided house in the subdivision. It was a newly built home in the growing subdivision. There were roughly 600 new homes built up there in the past 5 years, and 20 more going on the same street where Mark lived. When the two jogged up from the front walk, Kelly noticed a lady sitting by the window with a cat sitting on her lap, and she wore a purple housecoat. Mark unlocked the front door, escorted Kelly into the front room where Mark's mother was sitting. Good morning, Mum. Nice to see you up. Hello, dear. Mark kissed his mother on the forehead and the cheek and offered to get her some juice. Kelly, this is my mother, Elizabeth Scott. Mom, this is Kelly Gerard. She works in the bakery next to the hardware store. We have only known each other for a short time, but have had a good morning jog and a visit already. Good morning, Elizabeth. It's a beautiful morning, and I see you are enjoying it with your cat. The cat jumped off Elizabeth's lap and scooted over to visit Mark and Kelly. Well, cats know when someone is a good person, and look at how she's getting to greet you, Kelly. Here are some treats if you would like to give her some, Kelly. You know you will be good friends with her for it. Sure, ma'am. Kelly petted the cat while she fed Sandy her treats, and the purring could be heard throughout the house. Mark was so very touched by the kindness and interest that Kelly showed to his mother. He was so appreciative that his mother had someone to talk to, even if it was just for a brief few moments. Mom, let me get you some breakfast. Is there anything you favor this morning? I think a fruit cup, a piece of toast, and some apple cinnamon herbal tea, please. Sure, Mom, I'll fold a tea table down for you, and you can sit in here by the window. Thank you, dear. Will you both sit with me and watch TV for a while after I eat? Sure, Mom, we can unless Kelly has to be going. She can spend the whole day with us. It's up to her. I have the whole day free. Did you have clothes that you were choosing to make? I have good coordinating skills and can sew also. Mark, I see that you two have been talking about things. Mark nodded and put his hand on his mother's shoulder and kissed her on the head. Elizabeth patted his hand and looked softly at Kelly. You know that I have been very sad then. Yes, Elizabeth, I know. I'm so very deeply sorry for your loss and for the tragedy that has befallen your family. I see that Mark has been a constant strength for you. My heart goes out to you both. Please ask anything of me any time. Thank you, dear Kelly, for your warm words. I have been gradually able to believe in the kindness and generosity of those close to us. I am finding hope enough that I can stand and get up in the morning and be grateful to breathe. The parishioners here offer service and love to us in so many ways, and we have been comforted here in our new home. God has blessed us with angels, and He sustains us with His mercy. Elizabeth began to cry, as she often does when loved ones offer their condolences. She began to feel wearily in the memories of the tragic happenings, and Mark recognized it. He suggested that she lay back in her chair to rest and covered her up with a throw blanket. Just rest, Mum. Kelly and I will go into the kitchen and fix you your breakfast. Elizabeth agreed, rested with her cat, and closed her eyes. Mark escorted Kelly into the kitchen. He was very tender at this time, and it was such a far contrast from their first meeting in front of the bakery. Mark made Kelly feel at home here, and it was very easy for Kelly to feel comfortable with Mark because of the care and concern that he displayed for his mother. Mark arranged the tray and fixed the tea. Kelly found a lovely china cup with matching lid and quietly went to the chair where Elizabeth rested and placed it on the table beside her. Kelly noticed that the house was sparsely decorated, with just a few chairs and some side tables, a cat tree by the window, and a footstool and louvered desk by the side wall in the dining room area. There were window dressings, but no art or pictures hanging on any of the walls anywhere, or no plants to decorate the rooms either. The kitchen was fully furnished and stocked with food and appliances. Mark did all the work in there while his mother recovered when she came to visit on her weekend breaks from the rest home. Although the move from Edmonton was difficult for Mark and especially for Elizabeth, it was necessary given the tragedy that happened there. So much from the life the family had built together was so much from the life the family had built together was lost, and starting up a new business and trying to heal, as well as the hard work in rebuilding and reestablishing, seemed unbearable for both Mark and Elizabeth. Elizabeth nearly died of a broken heart. Mark lost 30 pounds in a month because of the stress of funeral arrangements, business closure, legal matters that needed to be dealt with that his mother did not have the strength to bear. All decisions and matters and the weight of the world was on Mark's shoulders alone. All he had to hold on to was his religion and faith in God to lead and guide him through it all. He was only 24 years old, and he learned more about God, life, and worldly matters in 8 months than he had learned in his whole entire life. Well, it was a pleasure to read that chapter 2 to you, and I'll end the reading today and come back tomorrow and greet you with chapter 3. Thank you for viewing. Bye for now.